I thank God that He instruct you to send to we a missionary here to lead we out of this darkness that we have been in almost all our lives. For before He was here, we didn't know our right hand from our left. Kwamina, February 8, 1809, in a letter on his conversion. Honoring the largest rebellion of enslaved people in Guyana's history, the 1823 monument stares down the Atlantic that once brought many of the over 10,000 rebels to the Mosquito Coast. Occurring 60 years after the 1763 Berbice Revolt, the 1823 Demerara Rebellion was the second massive uprising of enslaved people to take place in Guyana, at the time the United British Colony of Demerara Essequibo. The will to be free and an excessive workload provided ingredients for the rebellion. Britain ended the transatlantic slave trade in 1807, causing labor shortages on the plantations. Many plantations also made the switch from cotton to sugar cane because of the competition from the southern United States. Cane sugar required longer hours and harder work, driving planter brutality. One white observer wrote, "Their punishments have been frequent and severe. The whip has been used with an unsparing hand." Christianity also played a part in the rebellion, with Governor Murray reporting what a group of rebels said to him. God had made all men of the same flesh and blood. They were tired of being slaves. All this created an environment primed for rebellion. Then, the spark. A mistaken belief emerged among the enslaved that the British government had granted them freedom. Although untrue, the seed was planted, and before long rebellion was in full bloom. Kwamina, slave and head carpenter of plantation success, and English clergyman John Smith are the two figures mostly associated with the 1823 rebellion. However, Jack Gladstone, Kwamina's son, was the mastermind and principal organizer of the revolt. The planters were keen to label Kwamina as chief leader because of his friendship with Reverend John Smith, their scapegoat for the rebellion. Although Kwamina was a leader, his role was mainly in the planning stages of the uprising and not in the execution. The rebellion erupted at Plantation Success shortly after 5 p.m. on Monday, 18th August, 1823. Spreading to plantations up and down the East Coast, reaching as far as Mahaica, the rebellion assumed a general pattern of minimal personal violence to whites. Despite this, on Wednesday, 20th August, 1823, at Plantation Bachelor's Adventure, Colonel Leahy opened fire on a large body of rebels, killing an estimated 200. The massacre at Bachelor's Adventure was the turning point in the uprising. The rebellion was suppressed, and public peace virtually restored. Kwamina, who did not arm himself or take part in fighting, sought refuge in the bush behind Plantation Chateau Margaux. A huge reward was offered for his capture, and on September 16, 1823, he was shot and killed. His corpse was brutally dragged and hung in front of Plantation Success as a warning. Reverend John Smith, who was arrested on the third day of the revolt and sentenced to death by hanging, died in February 1824 in a Demerara prison while awaiting confirmation from London on his sentence. Unveiled on August 5, 2013, the 1823 monument is located along the Kitty Seawall Road opposite the Guyana Defence Forces, Camp Ayangana. Designed and built by Guyanese sculptor Ivor Thom, who also created the Damon statue in Anna Regina, the monument is made of bronze and concrete. Encircled by a pathway and benches, bordered by a white picket fence, the area has been curated for reflection. A blend of rebellion, revolution, and religion center Thom's design. Preserving the Trinity, the monument is made up of 3 figures. The first, a man, stands on a concrete pedestal straddling the bronze 1823 letters embedded on the front of the monument. The man wears an expression of quiet but stern resolve, gripping a cutlass in one hand. In the other, he wields a cross, symbolizing religion, which dangles at the end of a chain representing slavery. Two other figures are fixed on either side of the monument's base. One, a woman, brandishing a cutlass, signifies a female rebel who was part of the 1823 struggle. On the other side, a man holds a musket, his hand raised in defiance. The monument captures the spirit of the rebellion, highlighting its causes whilst giving tribute to our ancestors that fought for freedom. Next time you visit the monument, reflect on the strength of our ancestors, staging one of the most massive rebellions in the entire history of African slavery in the Americas since the 1490s.